I don't see you on your show, on your channel.
There you go. And it is, well, is it going green? Go green for me, baby. Come on, it's going green. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, everybody. What's going on, people? You know what time it is. It's that time. It's Monday, so you know what we're doing. We want to do a little quick sound check because that's how we roll. Can you hear me? And can you hear my friend, H.A. Goodman?
Tim Black.
What up? And I got my water, my liquidation. Got to stay hydrated. We got people in the house. Aeolus Drift is in the house. So is Brian Crosby. We got Fred Lexo in his house. Rhonda Gray, can you hear Tim Black and H.A. Goodman? Someone said, fuck Sam Cedar.
Kevin Martinez, fuck Sam Cedar.
My brother.
Yeah.
We can hear you both, says Low Key. Maury 1800 Smith Esquire, I have a vodka. Give us some vodka. The Broken Carpenter. All right, guys, so let's start the show. All my great people in the house, man. Great to see you all. It is time for that. Welcome, everybody, to the Tim Black Show. This is the great segment that I do with my friend H.A. Goodman, and you know him very well. Nosellouts. Say hello to the people, H.A. Goodman. What's up, H.A.?
Tim Black, what's up?
My brother, man. Politics is what's up. Drama's what's up. And my main man, H.A. Goodman, man. How you feeling? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great. You know, I want to immediately dive into something deep. Yeah. I'm gonna dive into the danger zone, the deep end. right now. And I want to say a couple things about Bernie Sanders. And as we all know, you love Bernie, I love Bernie, but I don't know. He's made some strategic, just horrible strategic moves. And we can go back to him siding with endorsing Hillary Clinton. Fine. I mean, I think that was the kiss of death. I think that was horrible, but fine. Let's just say that, you know, he did so for altruistic reasons because he had to do so, because he didn't have a plan if the Democratic Party were to be destroyed at that moment. But instead of taking a stand at that moment, see, his whole Feel the Burn and political revolution was taking a stand. It was saying, no, the Democratic Party is, if not the biggest reason, one of the big reasons we're at where we have Trump, or even Trump was running. It was because of this two-party system where they merge on economic Wall Street, foreign policy issues. Now, he then, in a way, and I say this with love. This is not like me, you know, hating on Bernie. I love Bernie, but I'm just trying to explain why he's at where he's at right now, both left and right. Because he went to bat for the Democratic Party. He's still the most credible person on the left, the most loved, popular person on the left. He's defending the Democratic Party. He's going up against Trump. He's repeating the Russian narrative. He is, still backing the Democratic brand in terms of going on unity tours with Tom Perez. Okay. And and I love Bernie, but what does he have to show for it? Now you got the FBI in this bullshit investigation. And Julian Assange himself tweeted that the deep state is basically going after Bernie because the Democrats kissed their ass. So my thing is, he is simultaneously holding up the Democratic Party, pumping up nonsense regarding Russia, which he knows is nonsense, but he's doing it for the Democratic Party. And at the same time, the Democratic Party are trying to submarine and sabotage him and hurt him. And if he doesn't go to Nick Brana's People's Party like tomorrow or yesterday, or if he doesn't say he's running categorically, we're kind of all screwed. Because, I mean, we need Nina Turner and Tulsi Gabbard. Between Bernie, Nina Turner, and Tulsi Gabbard, there's nobody else who could defeat Trump in 2020. And anyone who the DNC kind of tries to anoint or cheat for is going to lose. But then also Bernie's movement is like everyone Democrats and Republicans are like, ha, he's getting investigated. Yay, he's just like us. He's just like us. And my thing is, when is Bernie going to make his move again? Because right now, being in the middle, kind of like, trying to like, appease the Democrats, he's getting worked.
Yeah. He's being pimped. He's being pimped. And it's worse than just being pimped. He's being pimped without getting any type of, at least get a fur coat out of it, some nice shoes. Exactly. If you're going to, a lot of us do things we don't like to do for money. Your job, you might not. Come on. Everyone doesn't jump up out of bed and go, great, I can't wait to go in here and do this job. So we get that, but we get something out of it. We're able to take care of our families. We're able to provide a roof over head, shelter. We're taking care of parents who are getting older. I don't know. You might have some pets you care about, some kids down the street. I don't know, but you're doing things with the money. You're feeding yourself, and it's a means to an end. Bernie Sanders did not have to do the things that he has done, to your point, H.A., which I agree with, in order to stay a senator of Vermont. Mm-hmm. And if his intentions were to actually erect, I believe that initially Bernie didn't have any idea how well he would do in this presidential bid. Yeah. I believe, like people say that Trump was surprised. I think people overlook the fact that there's a strong possibility that Bernie Sanders himself was surprised. That he was like, oh my God, I didn't think I had a chance in hell. He watched Jim Webb and Martin O'Malley drop out, Lincoln Chafee all drop out within the first caucus. Iowa
after the first debate,
they were gone, man. So he had to, I'm just, I don't think Bernie's ever had like speeches where there's thousands and thousands of people. Like this was a phenomenon only known to Obama.
Yeah,
and so he had to be, taken aback. Now, some people argue that Bernie Sanders did not anticipate being able to take the nomination or to make the nomination process so hard for Hillary. And then when he saw, oh my God, I may be the reason why Trump is elected, I don't think that set well with him. So I get what he was trying to do, because we look at his voting record. We see most of the time he caucused with Democrats. He always caucused with the Democrats. He's always, he disagrees with them, but he has also voted with them as well. So maybe he felt in his heart of hearts, man, that this is what I need to do to save the world from Trump. I don't agree with it, right? Obviously. I know you don't agree with it, H.A., so there's something to it. But to your point, bro, I've talked to Nick Braun a number of times. You've spoken with him. You've been on this call right next to Cornel West, you lucky bastard.
I don't know. I say it's like there's like the Rolling Stones and like a homeless guy with a guitar. I spoke after Cornel West, like the Rolling Stones, and then me. I was like,
But the thing is, H.A., man, you're right. Like, okay, Bernie, all of your equity, you're throwing it away at this point. You've been doing that for months. It's going to run out. And now, to add insult to injury, brother, they're trying to come after your wife and by 1 degree of separation. And now look at it. So they're trying to destroy your brand. They're trying to kill you. They don't want you in 2020. They don't want you in the race. And they know they need to get started now. They're getting started now. So now, bruh, what you gonna do?
Exactly. And my thing is, it's not like guess who benefits the most from this bullshit FBI probe of Bernie and Jane? It's not Trump. Trump is sitting pretty because he's like, where's the evidence? He's tweeting. You know what he tweeted today, Tim? He's like, I want an apology. I want an apology. He's like, I deserve an apology from you. And he's like, but he's flipping the script, and they have nothing. And it's the Trump Russia is it's a complete joke. They don't have any direct evidence, and it's all like, oh, did you see what happened? Oh my God! Well, with that logic, Hillary Clinton should be at freaking Pelican Bay. She should have been in prison already with circumstantial evidence, and she had direct evidence too. But my thing is, Democrats are actively. I think that the Democratic Party, Julian Assange tweeted this, Democratic Party actively pushed, or at least is completely silent. Who's defending Bernie now? Who is Slate, Daily Beast? Who are the New York Times, Washington? Oh, they're giddy. They're happy. That whole apparatus that tried to destroy him is just sitting back and saying, nothing we can do. He's just like everyone else. He's just like Hillary.
There you go. So, and all the anarchists. who out there calling for Bernie's head. Okay, you have Bernie's head now, so go ahead and leave the revolution. Go right ahead. I know you've been talking about it for months. You've been on me. You're saying I wasn't critical enough of Bernie. Okay, so now they're marginalizing Bernie. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep it going. Now you lead it now, since that's what you wanted. So let's see what you're gonna do. Let's see what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
to take your spot. There you go.
We need a viable Bernie. If we don't have a viable Bernie Sanders, now I believe like Bernie and Nina Turner or Bernie and Tulsi Gabbard. I think Tulsi Gabbard could, Nina Turner could, if they're saying they're going to run like next year. They say they're going to run in 2020. They could build that coalition, but they have to state they're going to run. And the thing is, I don't think you can defeat Trump without a movement. We need like a movement led by somebody credible.
With big ideas.
With big ideas.
With big fucking ideas that grab the masses of people, that excite them and invigorate them, that make them want to come out. Make no mistake about it. The reason why the Democrats lost is because they did not excite black people. Why? Because they did not address black issues. Hillary Clinton did not address black issues. And black issues just happen to be the same issues that affect poor white people too, and poor Latino people too. Okay? So a lot of people make too light of what's been going on. They make too light of the plight of poor people, working people, black people in America. If you address their head on, you go out for single pair, you go out for $15 an hour, fuck $15 an hour, go out for a livable freaking wage. Do that, you will get people up. Because if you go the Ossoff route, well, then you're living an Aesop fable. Ossoff is an Aesop fable. It's not going to work.
No. Exactly. And, Georgia was said to be a swing state. So all these people who are like, well, he did so great, and, what can you do? It's a Republican. It's like, wait a second. Clinton was supposed to win. I thought North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona, and Texas were swing states, according to some people. But see, it's just that
the Democrats' backs are hurting, HA, for picking up the goalpost and moving that motherfucker every time they lose. This is really a win. Win is a W. It starts with W. It's real easy to get. Even people who are illiterate may recognize shapes. They know what the W looks like, win looks like. When they won before, they saw the W. When you get an L, it's not a win.
Yep.
Scoring is scoring. I know, because I've scored a couple times, luckily, fortunately enough.
Yep. I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I got kids, so I had to do something, Hey, stuff happens. I made kids. You can't say going home and watching, reruns of Sex and the City is not scoring. That is not. Well, it's just like I got it. It's just like exactly. I got it. It's just like she said yes, because, exactly. No, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. And also, with Bernie, it's just the Democratic Party. It's like, I don't do favors for people I know are going to backstab me. And I don't associate or do favors with people that I know either don't have my back or going to backstab me. And if they do, if I know that I was duped or fooled, it could be anything in politics or in life or whatever, then I, take the appropriate steps and remove myself, whatever. And with Bernie, it's like, he's obviously being used. He's been used for the past since the election. I mean, since the election loss. And the same people who are using him are now trying to hurt him. How does he gain from all of this? And the movement, Tim, I remember when Bernie officially, the day that he endorsed Clinton, and it was so sad. It was like a case study in social media. Like, there were fights on Facebook on every Bernie forum. It was crazy. It was insane. And it was like people lost friendships. And it was like Bernie groups actually stopped existing. And then all the trolls and correct the records are like, haha, you see, da-da-da. So it was all craziness. And I just think that it's just like the slow dismantling of his movement. And I think that he has to make a decision. Bernie has to make a decision soon. He can run in Nick Branagh's party, the People's Party, or he can go and say, I'm going to run the People's Party. If he does that next week or next month or next year is too late. But if he does it next month, They have all 17, 18, 19, and 20. You can build that. And Nick Brenna said that the People's Party is going to be in every state. It'll take he said it's going to be very easy because they have access to all the Bernie information, of email lists, everything. And so
the people that discredited the People's Party, a lot of them are corporate hacks, man. Like they see no validity in it. Though we're talking about the most popular politician having his own voting records, having access to all the people that voted for him. That without the collusion of the DNC, he would have beat Hillary. I believe that. I believe it, and it's based in fact.
Noam Chomsky said the same thing, and Noam Chomsky's brilliant, philosopher.
But surely Sam Cedar knows more than Noam Chomsky. Sam Cedar said no, right? Sam Cedar said no, and Sam Cedar knows who Steny Hoyer is, so he knows all.
Sam Cedar is gonna blame China or North Korea when Trump wins again in 2020, and they're all gonna Pac-Man, Cedar,
Sham Cedar. What's Pac-Man's name?
I don't know, but I think that all of them are going to see. The thing is, I don't see the Rachel Maddows and the Joy Reids. I don't see them at MSNBC or CNN, or I don't see them after 2020 election loss. Can you believe Trump wins again? He's like, I still haven't gotten my apology. I want my apology. I got my win. I got back-to-back wins, but I want my apology. And how do you possibly spin that if you're the even Bill Maher? But what is he going to say? What can they say? And my whole thing to fuck with them, I say Clinton 2020. Because you wanted Hillary so badly, Hillary 2020. But
can we mention a little bit about Kimberly Ellis?
Oh my God!
Because we both did videos on that issue, man. I saw your video, and mine was pretty much similar. What position else can you take except here goes the establishment, here goes the Democrats, acting like Democrats.
Well, my thing is, how many times do you have to lose to realize that you can't threaten or lecture? If I miss both shots to lose the game in a basketball game, if I drop a pass in the end zone, how many times do I have to lose for me to be embarrassed to lecture you or to threaten you?
Right.
It's like this cult, and there's so many cults out there, Tim. There's so much groupthink where it's obviously they're discredited. People are obviously completely discredited, but their followers come back for more. And in this case, the Democratic Party, they need some kind of psychological reason. They want to know, well, why did Clinton lose? Why did Trump win?
Right.
It can't be us.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, it must be Russia. And if we have a Nina Turner or Kimberly Ellis, we have to let them know that they cannot threaten us. And also, then you get there was one guy just now on Twitter. There's so many beefs, I won't even. So you know how it's like the slate kind of thing where you have a white liberal who says, "Oh yeah, blame it on the black man," like President Obama, right?
Right.
But what about a black person who has a legitimate grievance with President Obama? Then where do you go from there? It's not who do we know? What black man do we know that has a grievance with President Obama?
And the only people that really have a problem with me having that grievance or airing that grievance are people who just are uninformed, or or their establishment hacks, man. I mean, because black people went backwards, during Obama's reign. If that happened under Trump, if black people go backwards under Trump, people will dude. You already know, AJ. You will already know. If we lost more homes, lost more jobs, and we did not recover at the same pace as white Americans under Trump, Oh, man, they'll never stop talking about it. You won't be able to get Van Jones to stop talking about it. You won't be able to get, what's his name, Charles Blow. You won't be able to get him to stop. You won't be able to stop Joy Reid from talking about it. But, let it be Obama. And it's not just that Obama was black. It's any Democrat.
Yep.
Most of the horrible policies were enacted under Bill Clinton. He started the ball down the hill towards neoliberalism. So when we call it out, regardless of who it is, if it's a Democrat in office doing it, it's okay. It's A-okay. But don't, so that's the hypocrisy of the Democratic Party, man. And I'm not saying Republicans are better, but they're not quite as hypocritical. No. Let me take that back. Because they're pro-life, but then they don't care once you're here. It's like
there's somebody awesome in the chat room. They're right. Robot Hillary 2020. Robot Hillary 2020.
A skin job, like on Westworld or something, right? Well, she's still her, so it looks like her, so I'm still with her. She's not an actual human being, but you're robot's ex-magist.
Exactly. Well,
travel ban?
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. I mean,
I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out, man.
Oh, can I just say something here? Just because I have some, fuck George Webb, and fuck Jason Goodman, and fuck them, because they are the biggest. Can I just say? Because I say, why did you let yourself get caught up in the train wreck near Defengo? George Webb has done some good things, like what? Fucking close down a port, fucking lie about make up shit. Sorry, Tim. So fuck George Webb. He's a conspiracy theorist, and if anyone listens to George Webb, they're a fucking idiot. Okay,
wow.
because not only is George Webb a conspiracy theorist, he does harm to YouTubers. He might even get demonetized because the fucking fool thinks he's a secret agent. And his dipshit friend Jason Goodman is not only both of them. They shut down a port. The Coast Guard and FBI are almost certainly going to investigate further. The shipping company almost certainly is going to go after them or sue them. Then you have them flying to London. Do you know what these fools did, Tim? They dropped off at the embassy where Julian Assange's packages. These freaking morons kept dropping off packages every day. And I'm like, dude, you already are discredited. What could you why would Julian Assange possibly want from you? Two fools. So now it's like a complete mess. I can't stand. You know what? These people are like, I'm unsubbing. I'm like, good, unsub. Do me a favor. Stop watching my channel. Don't even have anything to do with me.
But H.A., George Webb is such a nice person.
Oh, yeah.
His heart's in the right place.
Oh, his heart's in the right place.
Forget that he's a lying piece of shit. His heart's in the right place. Forget that he's wrong and he may destroy the movement, but he's such a nice person.
He found Seth Rich's killer. He found Seth Rich's killer. And he said that Seth Rich's killer could lead to Trump's death, or that other people. So he not only, and everything is, oh, well, I found this, I found that, I correlated this. They get kicked out. Okay, so they wanted to find Eric Braverman. The web did like 50 videos on freaking Eric Braverman.
Right.
So then Jason gets kicked out of the Eric Braverman conference, and that's a win too. That's also a win because he's like, people called up. So actually, people called up at a conference in London where they were, and then they said that you have these people who should not be let in the conference because they're dangerous. And so then Jason Goodman said, oh yeah, people called up and falsely accused us of being dangerous. The New York Times, CNN, I mean, they're not always right, the New York Times, CNN, but they called them out as conspiracy theorists who shut down a port. And then if you just do like a tiny bit of research, you realize he's already found Seth Rich's killer. And the whole Eric Braverman thing is bullshit. And then now they're trying to link up with WikiLeaks, which is an embarrassment because they have nothing to offer, not only WikiLeaks, but anybody. So it's like, please, just if you're following me, please unsub from my channel.
Dude.
And honestly, so I thank you, Tim, for letting me.
No, man. We got to do something about, notorious
Webb.
Notorious Webb, and I don't know, and J-Pac or whatever his name, Jason J-Pac.
Fuck Sam Cedar, fuck David Pakman, fuck George Webb,
yeah,
fuck Jason Goodman, fuck them all.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have the neoliberals, then you have the crazy conspiracy theorists, and then you have CNN's like, yeah, like they're just like looking at both sides, and they're like, let George Webb make everybody decent look crazy.
Right.
Let David Pakman kind of filter in, and some people at TYT and all that stuff try to like influence. So then you have YouTubers like you and me, and there's other people who are just like, dude, can we talk about Seth Rich without seeming crazy like George Webb? Can we go ahead and do things? Because you have both ends discrediting normal people.
Yeah.
So that's what, and you know what? YouTube tomorrow can be like, because you know how they demonetized, you know how they
Wall Street Journal, that one article, they used that one article in order to I know exactly what they did.
Webb already has 2 major and then like a whole bunch, because he's got a DUI also. So there's a whole freaking bunch of but then and that he was sleeping behind the wheel. That's the other excuse. It wasn't a DUI, Tim. He was sleeping behind the wheel. But CNN and the New York Times both call him conspiracy theorists. And now the thing is, like anything he talks about, let's say like a tangential thing. It's like, oh, he talks about Seth Rich. So now if we talk about Seth Rich, we got this guy who is already written about trying to make everybody look bad. So anyway, it's like, I wasn't even going to bring it up. And then I get like, somebody in a thread, it's like, oh my God, just don't follow me. I don't care.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel, man. I mean, you had to get it off your chest, and you got to keep doing it because you got to keep creating that separation. Dude, you didn't know
and what's the people saying? What's the people saying? Like, did they do this to you, Tim? They're like, I'm unsubbing. I'm living.
It's a free subscription.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm unsubbing. I'm very upset, and I'm upsetting. I want to let everybody know that I've been here for a long time, and I'm outside. Now fucking
go. Get out, man. You know, yeah, I get that all the time, all the time, man. So I don't know. So let's try to segue away from Fred Flintstone and Barney Fumble and. What do you do? The Trump travel ban. So the Supreme Court overruled the lower courts and said no. The travel ban is constitutional, but in this limited scope. So yes, they're going to ban these countries for a limited period of time. I think it's 90 days. It's not perpetual. Do you have information on that, HA?
The way I look at it, Tim, is like this, and it's a win for Trump. But when is there going to be a bomb ban? When are we going to ban bombing these countries? Because no one cares about travel ban. Oh my God, he's a racist fascist. What about What about banning bombing those countries? You're crazy. You're crazy. What? It's all about the travel, not the bombing. What do we?
I don't care about that. So, how about we ban regime change? That's what we fight for, but that's going too far. Gotta get that money somehow. We gotta make that, what is it? Regime change money. We gotta make that,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I look at, of course, man, if you got a visa, like, from what I understand, if you have a visa, you already had a visa, you're good. If you have family in the country, you're good. But it's like,
Oh, did we? Okay, so now we found out that we were complicit in torturing Yemeni soldiers. Okay, so now it's like we can't stop fucking things up. We can't stop. and it's because the Democratic Party has zero anti-war movement. They care about travel restrictions, but they don't give a crap about bombing. And I just let me go ahead, and if you look at this is. I mean, what we do, we just send the enemies of our allies to other countries for them to be tortured. So we don't do the torturing. But I mean, one article I read, people were grilled alive, and so I'll read you. This.
That's horrible stuff, man. Goodness gracious, that's there's real stuff going on in the world that we could be talking about, but
Torture. Okay, so torture alleged in U.S. search for Al Qaeda in Yemen. But why the fuck are we in Yemen? Why are we helping Saudi Arabia in Yemen? It's like it's like it's Yemen orders probe into alleged torture by um, U.S. senators ask military to clarify role in Yemen torture. Why do we even have to be a part of this? How does this help us? You know, and it's just crazy. I mean, you know, and this is who got us into Yemen? President Obama.
Of course.
We were helping refuel Saudi planes. You know, and now Trump is worse. So it's like it's all fucked up. And
it is extremely fucked up. So you and I were calling for the end of the Russia scare tactics. We were calling for the end of the Russia fear, right? The Red Scare. We were talking about this for months, and now finally mainstream media has caught up to where we were. Isn't that something? How you feel, HI?
I love it. You know what? You're always proven right, and we're always proven right on everything, especially, you know, Tim, you have 100,000 doing it your way like Frank Sinatra, 100,000 YouTubers, okay? 100,000, and you did it your way, and you piss off some people, but you do it your way. Now, if Tim Black followed the script of a Keith Olbermann, and every day you were, you know, Trump, Russia, Tim Black, Trump, Russia, you would have 200,000-300,000. Okay?
That's what people don't know. That's what they do not know. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of room for a Bill Maher type guy. A lot of room for, what's his name, Seth Meyers and Trevor Noah type characters. The people love that stuff. They be eating it up.
They'd be eating it up, and you would and you wouldn't get heat from anybody. Nope. You'd be to me, you're like the coolest. You're part of the coolest group of all, but you would be in the the cool Rachel Maddow, cool. When I say cool with quotes, Joy Reid kind of, oh my God, like, you know, the Atlantic writers or the New York Times.
If I played my cards right, I could sit there on Sam Cedar's set off camera and make wisecracks about dead people like Seth Rich. Yeah, man, I'd really be making it, man. I could do that, and people would go, this guy is so hilarious. He's going to have a career, you know?
I call Sam Cedar the more charismatic David Pakman.
That's easy, though. I think we need to check David Pakman for a post ever so often. He's boring as hell. Both of them are boring. Both are very vacuous.
Yeah, because they don't have to say anything other than what CNN says. So all they need is CNN script.
The Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire. The Ring of a fire that has burnt out a long time ago. The Ring of Bullshit. Ring around the collar, motherfucker.
And you know what? You know what's crazy? The Ring of Fire used to be like really anti-establishment because I was on there with a bunch of really cool people a long time ago.
Right.
And I did a segment,
or something.
Yeah. Yes. And Mike Papatano.
That's it.
And you know, I did a segment on Dick Cheney, and you know, it went viral. It was awesome.
Calling them out. I'm sure you were calling them out. Yeah, Abby Martin. You know, her brother really it was, but I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, like they're great people on the Ring of Fire that I've met. That
Mike Papantonio. I was on Mike Papantonio and Farron Cousins, and I was on there, and you know, it's like they used to like call out, but you know, maybe it's just, I don't know, Pakman and Cedar are like the most neoliberal or the most, I guess maybe they're linked to the MSNBCs of the world. I don't know. Yeah. But my thing is like if it's June 2017 and you're still talking about Russia, you might as well be working for Trump's reelection committee.
Absolutely. And to have people, so like I'm really seeing that there is a true division between who you know, people who really want to move the status quo out of the picture and make progressive change. Like there's look, it's not me creating the division. It's just so obvious. When we got people that say, yeah, we know the Trump stuff is a lie. We know there's not going to be an impeachment, but I'm not going to say anything about this because, well, hey, maybe
and he admitted that. Sam Cedar admitted that.
Dude, that is hard. Like, I can't believe there are people who defend dishonesty in media. And so now that's how you get your MSNBCs when they do it, or when CNN when they do it. That's how you get the misinformation. And people co-sign it like, oh, that's my guy. It may help my side, so lying is okay. And Hard Bastard called that out. HB called that out very strongly. It's just sad, man. It's shameful, brother, that we live in a system like this.
It's shameful, but like I said, like, I don't know, maybe it's you and I are in our early 40s. I don't know. There used to be something called shame or embarrassment.
Shame?
Now it's like you can lose, continually lose, and then still lecture.
Yeah.
How does that work? Yeah, all we do is lose no matter what.
No matter what.
Exactly. And it's like that song, but reversed. All they do is lose.
All they do is lose, baby.
Yeah.
They do it with panache. And then what y'all say? The panache with swag. They lose with swag.
Our friend Eric, who is awesome, he did a whole that song, the lyrics, but all we do is lose. And he did the Democrats, losing to Trump and Senate and everything. It was really cool. It was really cool. So big shout out to Eric. But I think that it's only a matter of time before, once they realize that there's no Trump Russia, they're really screwed. Because what do they have left? Policies? They want to ban fracking? No. Want to break up banks? No. They want to bring back soldiers from perpetual wars? No. Reinstate Glass-Steagall? Nope. No.
Single payer? No.
Single payer? Yeah. And when you notice something
wage?
Really,
no.
Yeah, exactly. Notice something really insidious. The whole notice how all the neoliberals love single payer now, but they hated it when Bernie was running.
Yeah. But look what California did, man. They shelved it for at least to what, 2018?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Really, really nice.
This is the fantastic, strong, all-powerful Democratic Party. It's really, and the best part is that Trump is asking for an apology now.
And he should get one because they have nothing. If they had something presented.
But it's so crazy that Trump he spins everything. And it's like, you think that Democrats are like the worst wrestlers in the world. They think they have we got him in a headlock. And then, they're on their back and they're getting beaten up. And it's like, they just, hey,
who's that? There he is. Nico's in the house. Y'all. You guys didn't see that coming.
Right when I was talking about jiu-jitsu, Nico came in. What's up, Nico?
Hear me now? Oh, no, I did that wrong.
Oh, man, who's this? Maybe got somebody else. Is that Hard Bastard? Hard Bastard.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What up?
Not much. Thanks for having me on. What's up, Nico? What's up, HA?
Hey, HB.
Well, look, I know everybody, I can't see the comments right now, but I'm sure everybody's like, what's going on? What's happening? Well, it's great. It's great we can have Nico and HB in the house, man, because we want to kick something off. We want to start it here today. We want to start today by kicking off something that I think is seriously needed. It's like humongously needed in progressive, I can say in progressive independent media. And I know HB's not really cool on that type of label. So let's just say truth-telling media.
Yeah,
right?
That's fine. Truth-telling.
Independent truth-telling media, right? So, and the fact that we are independent, right? Because we all fund ourselves and we get a little help from people like you who watch. This was a great idea. I think it was a great idea. What do you think, HB?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nico had contacted me and told me that you guys were down with this idea, and I thought it was fantastic because I think that over the past month it's been very clear that corporate media has an issue with us. I think that we're a threat, and I think that it's just made me hop aboard and realize that we should absolutely, whether you want to call it a war or a battle or whatever, but we should absolutely do all that we can to make our platforms bigger to try to reach as many people as possible.
Absolutely. Nico, man, how you feeling about what we're trying to do, man, about the idea.
Man, so here's what it comes down to. We're at a point right now where we have to make a decision. Are we going to allow corporate media to determine the narrative of our movement and the reality of what the establishment is doing to the political atmosphere? And, you know, of course, consequently, just the social atmosphere, political atmosphere, or healthcare, anything, any and everything. Because right now, we're all limited to what we can get from them. No matter how much truth H.A. Goodman or myself or or Hard Bastard or Tim Black or anybody else brings to the table, it's because we have to get it from the establishment. And we're even in depending on your situation, like my situation, I'm even late being able to do what I need to do to bring you all the truth. Or I can't even give you the analysis that I would approve of because I don't have the time, because I have to have a full-time job and a part-time job and deal with my other responsibilities. So, and I'm not the only independent journalist out there that has to do that. And so I think it is time that we do make a statement and show them that we don't need them anymore and that we are going to move on. And if they don't want to be beholden to the truth, then we will take care of someone who will.
Well said, my brother. Well said. What about you, H.A.? What do you think about this, you know, sort of like a loose-knit coalition and trying to raise awareness and kind of pool resources and funding?
Yeah. I mean, I love Nico and I love Hard Bastard and I love you, obviously. But yeah, I just think that it's great, you know. If the people that enjoy our YouTube channels, they have a resource with all of us, because even though we might see things a little differently, we always, if we have to, we take it to the establishment and we attack the establishment and we attack the quote unquote mainstream narrative. And
Absolutely.
One thing about what all of us do here at Tim Black, Nico House, Hard Bastard, is that if there's groupthink, we're almost certainly going to destroy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're almost certainly going to destroy it because, you know, groupthink is there's always a ulterior motive. There's always an ulterior motive, and there's always some kind of, oh, well, we didn't really lose, we won. Yeah.
Yeah, in this world, losing is actually winning.
Yeah.
It's opposite day.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, well, you know, Georgia was Republican. Yeah, you know, but it was a swing state with Clinton. So they're always changing it up. And, you know, look, if the Democrats cheat either Bernie or Nina or Tulsi Gabbard, and they cheat a progressive, or they do everything possible to get an establishment corporate hack, and they lose again to Trump, they're going to blame North Korea or China. They're going to blame somebody.
Absolutely.
In 2020.
They're going to blame us.
So I just want to put a fine point on it and just, you know, let people know exactly what we're talking about. So we had this idea that we would raise awareness that we all have independent media channels, that we need funding, and like everybody has a Patreon that's on this board, this panel today. What we would like to do is reach out to the community, because look, we feel that independent media definitely must exist. It must continue on. It must grow. We have to do a better job of getting our content to the masses, because we believe that information really is power. And as long as people are being lied to by mainstream media, people are being equipped to make good decisions, to throw out politicians they need to get rid of, or even stop watching programs that are full of bullshit. So, bullshit, man. So this is what we're doing. We're asking that you, as a viewer, if you like our content, every week we're going to feature one of us. One of us is going to be featured, and it's going to be that person's week. All right? Now, initially, this was going to be my week, but I think I want to make this Nico House week. Okay, so what you do is you go to Patreon, Nico House. We're going to put it in the link description below. This is Nico House Week. So if you can give $1, if you give $5, whatever's comfortable for you. We're not out to break your bank. We're not out to hurt anybody's finances. We know things are tight. But we have to make it firm and say, look, guys, support independent media. Sharing is great. Posting is great, but we have to do this because I believe, and I think everyone on this panel believes, that we are the way forward. I think you believe it. I think that's why you watch the shows. So let's put a little skin in the game if you can do so. So,
if you can, you mind if I put a little point on that?
Yes,
Tim?
you can. Yes, you can.
So we're calling it one follow $1, and that is because, to a degree, I would say at least half of all of our followers, and a lot of you all follow, are all subscribed to all of us, but there should be at least $1 for every follow. And the reason why is because they're, especially with their numbers, with Tim Harbasser's and HA's numbers, you all rely on them to get the truth. This isn't like you want to, okay, I just feel like I'm watching HA, I feel like watching it, or I feel like watching Tim. It's, I don't know where else I'm going to get honesty from. I don't know where else I'm going to find out Loretta Lynch gets indicted. I'm saying, this is me personally. I don't know Loretta Lynch is going to get get investigated for obstruction of justice if it wasn't for H.A. Goodman. I don't know necessarily the whole story, less on a Harbasser to get both the progressive view and the conservative side. I don't know, the ins and outs of the everyday news unless I'm watching Tim putting out 10, 15 videos a day. We need independent media. And we have to make a statement, not only saying, okay, I'm going to watch them. If CNN doesn't give me what I want, or MSNBC doesn't give me what I want, or Fox News, I'm going to watch them instead. We need to make a statement. And there's absolutely no reason why there can't be $1 per subscriber on all of your top 4, top 5 independent journalists. I don't see, even if it's not H.A., Harbasser, Tim, or myself, there's no reason why you can't put in $1. You pay $30, $40 a month for your internet. Some of you pay even more than that for cable that you even stopped watching because you've switched over to independent journalists. And I don't see it being a reason that you can't take $1, $5, to support the people that you need to get your truth from.
Right, and so we're just making that claim, and we just want to, they say a closed mouth don't get fed. You got to raise your voice. What do you think, H.A.? My bad. Go ahead, brother.
I think, I want to say something about it. So obviously, you and Nico are amazing, and I can go on forever about how amazing you and Nico are. But I want to say something about Hard Bastard. Hard Bastard, he takes down people in the most lovely way.
Thorough.
Let's say you relish. Like if there's somebody like, let's say it's Rachel Maddow or Pac-Man or whatever, it could be any type of bullshit kind of groupthink. If you want to just slowly enjoy and relish, fucking enjoy it. He cuts it up. It's not like me where I'm like, cut and then like upload. This guy, he
thorough.
Yeah, he's thorough, and it's like this long, and he got his great voice, and can you believe this, and then and it's so awesome. So Hard Bastard does a great job.
Thank you.
He does an amazing job. Nico House, he comes from, Tim, you and I being in our early 40s, we've been in a way beaten down by life somewhat, but Nico has this young, fresh. Okay, me. I'll just speak for myself.
I've been beaten. I'm with you. Go right ahead, brother.
Oh no. So, but see, Nico still has that hope, that love of life that has been beaten from me. Okay, and so he has that hope, that love, and so you can see Nico House's, when he talks, there's also a subtext of, hey, things can be better. There's hope. And, you get that positive vibration. And Tim, I never seen anyone get his ass kicked like Sam Cedar when you kick Sam Cedar's ass. that alone. If you never even watched Tim Black, you saw Sam Cedar get his ass kicked.
Tim was all over the internet the next day after that. I saw video on video talking about that.
Exactly.
It's hilarious, man. Hard Bastard, let Hard Bastard get in here for a minute. But Hard Bastard, a lot of acclaim and support for you. All of it is rooted in realism. You are really the shit, man. You are very meticulous in detail in your videos, man, and I love it, man. So what's up, man? How you feeling?
It's very humbling. I really appreciate it. I respect the hell out of you guys, and I really appreciate it. And what's crazy to me, and it's something that now I fully accept, is that when I first started doing this, as I progressed, people would message me and say, I get my news from you. And I would say, why? I don't understand. That's crazy. I'm just a guy in my apartment. as we've continued to do this, Nico's original point is exactly correct. It's that it really doesn't matter if it makes sense to me. This is the hand we're dealt. We're in a time of chaos where there is not a lot of people who are willing to give you whether, I don't want to say narrative, but like give you their analysis or news without a corporate narrative. And people do, I agree, rely on us. And even though I was uncomfortable with that at first, I've fully embraced it. I'm absolutely on board with this. And I am committed to doing this absolutely every day. You know, I do the news stream and I'm just completely bought into it because it is necessary. And the more people that will make a platform and do this, the better. And I absolutely support you guys in doing this.
Well, look, man, that's it.
I know some of this had deja vu, like really bad just now. It was crazy. I'm assuming we're supposed to be doing this, so I'm talking about deja vu. I remember having like my like senior year in high school. I still remember this dream. It's crazy. I was like, why would I be with these people talking about this?
Wow.
It's wild. I was supposed to be a lawyer.
Nico came up with it. It's called $1, one follow. One follow, $1. So, and he didn't make it rhyme. I just tried to make it rhyme. Hey, man, I'm from the Kanye school.
Real quick,
What's up?
Anybody, just to let everybody know about from my Patreon, because I get people like, I'm leaving. I'm never subbing again. And so the big announcements, the fucking announcements, I'm leaving. I was sub to you, but now I'm leaving. just remember something. If you donate to me, I'm gonna piss you off in a week. So in 1 week, I'm gonna piss you off. So think before you donate to me.
That's the beautiful thing about it, man. But you would only do so, not to piss them off, but because you believe strongly in the point of view in which you take, which is not paid for by sponsorships from major networks or from special interest groups or other crap like that, or no boss over your back telling you, hey, toe the line. You
know what? All of us, although I would say we have literally every view from right-leaning to left-leaning, I would say all of us have Trump supporters, and everything in between. And that's because we tell the truth. And now all of our, you know how many times all of us, I think, I don't really like this point, but I appreciate your honesty. And I appreciate
absolutely.
Oh man, every day. I never thought I would ever hear that from a Trump supporter about anything that I would say. But we all have a lot more in common than what they would try to have you believe. Yeah. And you know, there's very few people, and there's some people that, you know, are not on the show right now, but there are very few people that I respect more than these guys more when it comes to giving you not only the truth, but in just a way, you know, that you can't get anywhere else. You can't even get Comedy Central. It's just the raw, the rawness, the honesty, and we do this, and you can see it. It's like a hard bastard with H. You can see it, you can hear it. We do this because it's necessary. We give up a lot. Tim is in his basement. I don't know where. I think it's in his basement. He's in his basement all day. H.A. don't ever leave from his computer. I know exactly what the painting looks like on the back right shoulder.
Hard bastard believes me so much. Hughes of YouTube.
Yeah, here you go. You know, this is, we didn't wake up one day and say, I'm gonna be a journalist one day. Let me go to get my journalism degree from Harvard and write for the Harvard Review, and then I'm gonna be a journalist. It didn't end up like this. We've all had to sacrifice. We're all going to have to sacrifice more. We're not going to be millionaires doing this. You don't get paid to tell the truth. Right. You don't. Van Jones, you know why he gets to come out and tell the truth now? Because he already got his paycheck from the election. It's easy to come out and tell the truth after the fact. But it's hard to tell the whole world, and I'm sure me, Hard Bastard, and Tim Black are all on this at the same time, that if Bernie Sanders doesn't win, Trump is going to be president of the United States of America. And we've been saying this since 2015. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, you know, one follow, $1. I think it's not a lot to ask, and I think it'll be a hell of a statement to the establishment media that we don't need y'all asses anymore. We got this, homie.
I love it, man. I love it. Look, man, I think that sums it up. Guys, I don't want to keep the audience too long. I think we made our point, and hopefully the people will be, will act based on that. And if they don't, we still keep doing what we're doing because we're not stopping. We're not quitting.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, guys. So look, guys, much love to you. We're going to start this week. This is Nico House Week. Mikasa Sukasa, his YouTube channel. I know he has links to his Patreon on his YouTube channel. What's your Patreon, by the way, Nico?
Obviously, www.patreon.com/MikasaSukasa.
There it is. Same as his channel. So Mikasa Sukasa, guys. Look, guys, we appreciate you being here. A special edition of No Sellouts, including Nico House and Hard Bastard. I love Hard Bastard's name, Hard Bastard. That's right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Was he going to go easy? Now I'm going hard, bastard. I love it, man. So look, guys, I'll see you soon. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the crew. We're saying good night. Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Peace.
Tim Black.
All right, people.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.